guys, welcome back to my ASMR channel. Today I am filming another life update. I have filmed a life update on my main channel, my vlogging channel, and I usually film them on here, so I think it was just requested over there, and so I filmed it there first. But this is the channel that I mainly do the life updates on, so let's get into it here as well. So, the first part of my life update now, currently, is that I have gone on call from my job. I think I had mentioned before that I work at a hotel, and I have decided to go on call. I was working 5 nights. It was pretty rough. Working nights is pretty rough in general, but I was working like 4 to 10, 4 to midnight, and sometimes, it would be slow and sometimes it would be busy, so sometimes I would get out late, and working nights is very difficult, as, a lot of you may know. There is somebody's air conditioning going off outside, and I don't know if it's going to come through in the video, but I apologize for that. But yeah, I was working nights, 5 nights a week at the hotel, so it was getting to be a little bit tiring for me, and so I have gone on call, but that's not like the main reason. It's just sort of part of it, and the main reason I went on call is because my rent went up to $3,200 for my 1-bedroom luxury apartment in the Orange County area. So when I first looked at the apartment, it was $2,300, and it has now gone up to $3,200, so a very big jump going on there, and I'm sort of hearing it from everyone. I have a lot of, girlfriends that are just like independent, and I mean, most people are, but just in general, they live alone, and so, everybody's having an issue with their rent right now, and a lot of my girlfriends are having to move out as well. So yes, I got a renewal of a lease letter, and I decided not to renew because I saw that big jump. Now the jump was like $109 of a raise. I think I was paying I think I came in at $2,800, and then it just sort of went up. The first year they didn't raise the rent. They didn't raise the rent, and they even offered me like a free carpet cleaning. Then the second year they raised it. I can't remember exactly how much. It might have been like $50 or so. Was it 50? I'm not sure. And then it went up again this time, like 109, and I'm just like, y'all, this is a 1-bedroom. I'm one person, and I'm supposed to pay $3,200. Like, that's crazy. So I have decided not to renew my lease, and it has been the best decision for me. They sent me an email after I told them I was leaving, which now you have to give 2 months notice when you leave, not 30 days. So they sent me a notice, and I said, I'm sorry, I sent them a notice saying, I'm not going to renew, and then they sent me an email that was like, oh, sorry to see you go, but like, may we ask like why you're leaving, and I just was like, I'm leaving because I'm changing work, like I'm changing jobs, whatever, I'm leaving because of that, and because like I don't want to get into it. You should know, like, read the room, like that is crazy for anybody. And I ran into my neighbors in the elevator as well, and they said they're leaving too. They were like moving to Huntington Beach or something like that. Like they bought a place. I don't know if it was like a condo or house, but yeah, I met someone in that elevator that was like one of my neighbors. I had never met her before, but as I was moving, she was moving too. And I was like, I'm leaving in 2 weeks, and she's like, I'm leaving in 2 weeks. So environment, and so there's kind of a lot going on there. I did enjoy the saltwater pool. That was amazing. But yeah, there was a lot of other little problems that you just can't fix. So I have decided to travel and vlog. You know, I love vlogging my lifestyle. I love food. I love drinks. I'm a bartender. I'm always going to be into that kind of stuff. like upset because living with chronic pain is just insane and it's not okay. So anyway, I don't take off this tape. Well, actually, I take the tape off sometimes when I go to bed, but sometimes I leave it on because it would bother me when I was sleeping. I couldn't sleep because the pain was so bad at night too. So now I actually take it off when I shower and then I put a new one back on. So it comes in an 8-pack, and I bought it off Amazon, but KT Tape website actually has it for cheaper, and you can just get a subscription. So I've already done the math of how I'm gonna need this every day of my life. And how much it's gonna cost per month, per year. I do not care, y'all. It is a miracle tape. So normally they have a waterproof KT tape where you can wear it like for 5 days in different colors like pink and black and purple. So this one is new, I believe, so it's only coming in like a skin tone color and it's not waterproof. So I will be making some phone calls, y'all. I will be making some phone calls to KT Tape so that we can get different colors. We can get it waterproof. I don't know. I hope they listen to me. But anyway, I have to wear it every day, and it has changed my life. And so if you are suffering, I would recommend it. I've tried other things where people are like, oh, this works. This is what I did, and it went away.